Aggregation. It is a special form of association where all objects have their own life cycle, but there is ownership and child object cannot belong to another parent object. Let us take an department example of department and teacher. A single teacher cannot belong to multiple departments, but if we delete the department teacher, object will not destroy. We can think about has a relationship. So if we delete the department teacher, so department teacher is deleted now, object will not destroy. We can think of this as has a relationship. That means department has a teacher. If department is destroyed, teacher will not be destroyed. It can join another, he or she can join another department. Composition is again specialized form of aggregation, and we can call this as of death relationship. It is a strong type of aggregation. Composition is also aggregation but strong type of aggregation. Child object does not have their life cycle outside parent. Let us take again example between house and rooms. House can contain multiple rooms. There is no independent life of room, and any rooms cannot belong to two different houses. That means if house is destroyed, room will automatically be destroyed. So that is composition. And if department is destroyed, teacher will not be destroyed because he or she can join another department. So that is aggregation. So composition is a strong form of aggregation in which object can even get destroyed also. Now why OOPS is used? First, it is used to create a low maintenance software. In the procedure oriented approach, the problem is viewed as sequence of things to be done, such as reading, calculating and printing. A number of functions are written to accomplish this task. The primary focus is on functions. Example, add, modify and delete functions are called from main. So they are called from main function. Procedure oriented programming basically consists of writing a list of instructions for computer to follow and organizing these instructions into groups known as functions. We normally use a flowchart or algorithms to organize these actions and represent the flow of control from one action to another. So, procedure oriented programming is sequential in nature. That means writing a list of instructions for computer to follow, and then we organize these instructions into groups known as functions. We normally use a flowchart or algorithms to organize these actions and represent the flow of control from one action to another. While we concentrate on development of functions, very little attention is given to data that are being used by various functions. What happens to the data? How are they affected by functions that work on them? In a multifunction program, many important data items are placed as global. So many important data items are placed as global so that they may be accessed by all the functions. Each function may have its own local data. Global data can be modified from any function in a large program. It is very difficult to identify what data is used by which function. In case we need to revise an external data structure, we should also revise all functions which are accessing the data. Another serious drawback with the procedural approach is that it does not model real world problems very well. It is because functions are action oriented and do not really correspond to element of problem. Example, customer, transaction, etc. Now features. Emphasis is doing emphasis is on doing things, which is algorithm. Large programs are divided into smaller programs called functions. So functions are smaller programs. Most of the functions share global data. That means data is accessible by all the functions. So it may cause the interference in between them. Data move openly around the system from function to function. Functions transform data from one form to another. Example, data can be changed by function. Employs top-down approach in a program design. Top-down means function has given more importance than data. Now let us say we need to design banking application. Using procedure-oriented programming, example C programming, we may have following algorithm: switch open, saving, RD current. That means recurrent deposit and fixed deposit. So this is C. This is function in C program, which is calculate. This is print. So above algorithm works fine so far. So that means the program was small, so algorithm was working good. Now what if we introduce flexi deposit after some time? So as the algorithm gets more complex, now what the new programmer will do? How will we how he will have to modify the above code? That will impact everything. It can be error prone also. It will be difficult for a new person to understand the code which is written. POP, make you go back someone's code, understand and make changes. Now using object oriented programming, we may go for the following hierarchy: account, calc, integer, abstract method, saving current, which is child class. How does it make it low maintenance? It is low maintenance because we can derive flexi deposit from FD, override calc int. Thus it is maintenance is low. Maintenance going to existing code and review it. Example, let us say that you are working for a vehicle parts manufacturer that needs to update its online inventory system. You need to design two similar but separate forms for a website. One form that processes information about cars and the one that does the same for trucks. For cars, you need to record the following information: color, engine size, transmission type, number of doors. For trucks, information will be similar but slightly different. We will need color, engine size, transmission type, cab size, towing capacity. In procedural programming, you would write the code first to process the car from and the code for truck form. With object oriented programming, you would write a base class called vehicle that would record common characteristics that we need from both trucks and cars. So that means procedure and object oriented programmings are different. Advantages of OOP: first, simplicity. Software objects model real world objects, so complexity is reduced and program structure is very clear. Modularity: each object forms a separate entity whose integral working are decoupled from other parts of the system. Extensibility: adding new features or responding to changing operating environments can be solved by introducing few new objects. Maintainability: objects can be maintained separately, making locating and fixing problems easier. Reusability: objects can be reused in different programs.